Here are the top 5 unanswered mysteries surrounding the case of the Joyita. Number 5. Where are they? One of the most immediate questions surrounding the Joyita is the simple yet profound. Where are they? The ship was discovered nearly 3 weeks after it had set sail from Pago Pago, Samoa, and it was around 400 miles away from its intended destination. But despite being found, none of the passengers or crew were anywhere to be seen. It wasn't like anyone simply missed their disembarkation date. They were literally nowhere to be seen. No lifeboats were found in the water. No bodies turned up on nearby beaches. No distress signals had been sent out. So where could everyone be? The ship seemed seaworthy, or at least it did when it arrived at its destination, which brings us to know, 4. What happened to the cargo? The Joyita wasn't just carrying passengers from island to island. It was carrying important cargo, too, including food and much-needed medical supplies. But when investigators searched through the ship's hold, they found that nearly all of the cargo was missing. Now, you might think that if the ship had started to sink, the crew would have prioritized saving the cargo. But that's not what happened. Instead, it looked like the crew had frantically gathered what little they could and then fled the ship. The incident wasn't recorded in the ship's log, so there was no way to tell why. This detail became crucial as it revealed that the reason for abandonment could have been a slow leak or some other natural disaster. Something had happened quickly and without warning. And with such a frantic departure, this leads us to question 3. Why did they leave? As mentioned before, when the ship was found, it was empty, completely abandoned. Every passenger and crew member was missing. And while the first question is where are they? The second most obvious question is why are they? There was no evidence of distress, no record of bad weather, and the ship itself showed no signs of severe damage. So why did the captain order everyone onto the lifeboats? Was there a growing crack in the ship's hull? Had the engine room flooded? Were they facing an imminent storm? Or was it something they didn't want the public to know about? Whatever the reason, they left behind plenty of clues for the investigation team. 2. What's left behind? The answer to the previous question is tied to this one, because whatever prompted the passengers to flee the ship also prompted them to leave behind a lot of their belongings: furniture, clothing, documents, personal items, food, spare parts, and fuel. All of these things were left on board, suggesting that the evacuation was sudden and unexpected. If they'd known they were abandoning ship, they probably wouldn't have left so much behind. Right. Furthermore, the last entry in the ship's log was made on October, almost a week before it was found. It detailed good weather and smooth sailing. Suddenly, the log ends, which means that whoever was piloting the ship had stopped recording data for some reason. Additionally, vital information was found in the galley, which is the kitchen. The cook's supplies were ready for the next day's meals, suggesting that the crew wasn't planning on staying at sea for an extended period of time. Everything about the ship's discovery implied that something unusual had taken place, which brings us to our final 1. Is this real? We've been talking about the Joyita for a few minutes now, the lifeboats, the missing people, the cargo, and all the confusing clues. But did this really happen? The Joyita was a real ship that sailed real routes? The people on board had names, family members, and friends who waited for their return. But that's where the reality ends, because nobody knows exactly what happened to the Joyita. The scant evidence suggests that there was a problem with the ship, maybe a hole in the hull, but there is no confirmation. It's possible that someone stole some of the cargo and caused damage in the process, but there's no concrete proof. Likewise, there are plenty of theories that people have put forward, but nothing has been confirmed. Authorities initially believed that the ship had drifted off course and the passengers and crew had gone missing at sea, but that theory was rejected. Then they thought that pirates could have attacked the ship and stolen both the cargo and the people on board, but there's no evidence of a struggle or a pirate attack. In the end, the official inquiry came to a dead end, labeling the incident as unexplained. As the years went by, the case became cold, turning into a local myth, a ghost story told by sailors and islanders alike. This story is hard to confirm because records are incomplete, evidence is lacking, and eyewitnesses are non-existent. But the mystery of the Joyita is more than just a maritime enigma. It reflects the very essence of the ocean itself, vast, enigmatic, and indifferent to human curiosity. Even today, the Joyita stands as a stark reminder of the enduring power of the sea and the limits of human understanding. Just as the ocean gives, it also takes away. Sometimes it claims lives, and sometimes it claims entire ships along with their inhabitants. It leaves behind only echoes of what once was, forever altering the course of those who encounter it. The story of the Joyita is a testament to the ocean's ability to keep its secrets close, ensuring that some mysteries remain unsolved, leaving us to grapple with the profound implications of the unknown.